good start. Hi guys, this is Kanga and Bandicoot.
Hello.
and welcome to Girl Guides Online. We're going to be with you for the next 45 minutes. We are all great guides here and we're putting ourselves up for a challenge today. So just bear with Bandicoot and Kanga. We're just coming to terms with this technology, but we've got some great things planned for you this afternoon. So don't forget to write in, say hi and let us know where you're from. We'd love to know what units you're from, so we know who's joining us this afternoon.
Yep, you can use the little speech bubble at the bottom to chat to us and let us know where you're from. And if you haven't already got the things that you need for our activity, which is a sheet of paper that might look a bit like that with some things printed on it, or just an ordinary sheet of paper if you don't have the printed one, and some sticky tape or glue and maybe some texters or pencils, it'll be a good time to grab them now.
We'll give you a couple of minutes and then, like all good guide meetings, we'll have an opening. Now we know that all units do a different type of opening, but we thought we would start our meeting today with one of our campfire favourites, make new friends, because that's what we hope to do while we're on our online chat this afternoon. So as Bandicoot said, go and get what you might need for our activities this afternoon, and we'll give you a couple of minutes and then we'll start our meeting.
We're getting lots of people sending us messages, telling us where they're from. I see that some of my Buzzy Bee Girl Guides are there, which is lovely. Hello Buzzy Bees, missing you. And it's wonderful to see so many other girls that I haven't met before, and Kanga and I haven't met before. So this is really exciting for us. But you can see from my grey hair that I'm a bit older than most of you. So you have to be nice to me if I mess up and do something silly with the video or the technology.
And you know that goes double for Kanga as well. So we hope that you've all got what you needed. We'll give you maybe one more minute and then we'll start our meeting.
And Ren is online as well. You would have met Ren last week if you came to the guides online. And she's very kindly helping us out today by chatting back to people and sending messages. There she is.
Hi, Ren.
Hi. Look, now we look like the Brady Bunch. Because Kanga and I, there's a lot of people, we're up to 65 people, so Kanga and I will have trouble chatting back to all those messages, so Ren is helping us out.
You want to have some of you are saying you can't see Bandicoot. Here she comes. Okay, guys, shall we start our meeting? So as we said, we know that all you guys are from different units and we all have a different type of opening. So Bandicoot and I thought that we would start today's meeting by singing one of our campfire favourites. We hope that you know it, or you might just sing it as part of sometimes your unit meetings. So we're going to start off with Make New Friends. Now this is Bandicoot and Kanga's first time that we've ever sung in public. So here we go. So I want you to all join in, whether you're in your bedroom, you're in the lounge room, or you're in the bathroom, or wherever you are. We'll sing the song. So I'll just say it for you so you know the words. Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other is gold. Our circle is round and has no end, and that's how long I want to be your friend. So are we ready? If we start 1, 2, 3. Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other is gold. A circle's round, it has no end. That's how long I'm going to be your friend. Well done, girls, and welcome to all our new guiding friends. We're already up to 64, so that is the biggest guiding meeting that I've ever been to, and I'm sure the same for Bandicoot. So today, for those that don't know, is the 4th of May, and there's a special weekend coming up. Sorry, 5th of May. There's a special day coming up on the weekend. Many of you will know that that's the day that we celebrate our mums or someone special who looks after us and looks after us like mums do. So Bandicoot and I thought that we'd do a couple of little activities today. So in the beginning you saw that Bandicoot had the piece of paper that we had. Now please don't worry if you don't have it. If you can just get your hands on a piece of white paper, that would be fantastic. And we're going to make ourselves a paper hug. Given this nasty virus, we haven't been able to hug too many people, so we thought that we would start off with a paper hug that you might like to give mum or to someone else in your family that just needs a bit of a hug. So what we thought we would do today, guys, is I'll walk you through how to make a paper hug. If you can't join us and do it as we go, just keep it in mind and you might be able to have a go a little bit later when we've finished our guide meeting. So the first thing that we need you to do is to cut out the bigger heart on your template. Okay, so that's the nice big one you can see at the top. So Bandicoot is starting and I can start, and we just grab a pair of scissors nice and carefully. We don't have to rush. If you just cut around the dark line and then when you finish the big heart, I've just made one in yellow just so it's a little bit easier for me to show you as we take the steps forward. So that's about the size of yours. It'll be white or whatever colour you've decided. When you finish the big heart, can I then get you to cut out the two smaller hearts that are on each side of the big heart? Again, I've just cut mine or photocopied mine onto yellow, just so you can see what we're doing a little bit easier. We'll give you a little bit of time, don't worry. I know sometimes scissors are a little bit tricky, so take your time.
Maybe you can tell us on the chat when you're finished,
and we
out your hearts so we know when we can go to the next step.
If you haven't got it or you haven't had a chance, if you can just get a piece of white paper and draw yourself a heart to cut out. Just a plain piece of paper is all you might need, and I know all you great guides can draw a great heart, so all you need is one big heart and then two smaller hearts. Doesn't quite have to be as big as the ones we've got, whatever's easier for you guys to use. So, well, Elizabeth, you've finished. Well done. So, Elizabeth's got her 3 hearts. Piper, well done, you're finished too. Eva, well done. Goodness, girls.
Wow.
Oh, Hannah, that's lovely that you're going to give this to your mum. Well done.
I'm a slow cutter.
Oh, do you like, oh, okay, Olivia, we'll wait. Don't worry, don't worry.
You've got to wait for me.
Oh, Bandicoot's a bit slow too.
That's my big heart. My mum isn't around for me to send it to, so I might send it to someone who's in my local aged care centre. Oh,
lovely idea, Bandicoot. No. Oh, Abby, you want us to slow down a little bit? No worries. Don't worry. We're all here. We'll all wait.
I'm still cutting.
Yeah, Bandicoot's still coming along. Sorry, Tabitha, we can't hear you if you talk, but we'd love to see if you write us a message. I'll try and keep reading them. Oh, sorry, Lucinda, we're still going a bit fast. Hi, Kangas. Oh, hi, Zoe. Zoe's from my unit. I'm from Doubleview, and we know that Bandicoot is from Bayswater Buzzy Bees. Oh, Ella, okay, no worries that you're still cutting. We can wait. Don't worry, guys. Oh, Zoe's finished now.
Oh, that's good, Zoe.
Goodness me.
Adeline and Eleanor. It looks like Bandicoots keep slowing everyone down.
Yeah, right. Oh, goodness me. So we've all got our beautiful 3 hearts to make our paper hug. So the next thing, while we're just finishing off cutting out, on your heart, it's time now to write a great message. So this is a message that you can write to mum or to the person that you might be thinking of giving your hug to. So Bandicoot's thinking of giving it to someone that might not get a visitor or someone in the old person's home. So maybe you would like to write something like, I love you, or here's a hug from me to you. You could put your name on it, you could put a date on it. You might want to say Happy Mother's Day if you're doing it for your mum for Mother's Day. You have a little bit of a think. Again, we're not rushing, so take your time. Have a think about what you want. So Bandicoot's put a hug for you on hers. Well done, Olivia, you've cut out all yours. So now do you want to write a message? Oh, okay, Ella, sorry, I'm still going a little bit fast. Don't worry. We won't leave anyone behind.
The people who are ahead and are writing their message, you can start decorating your heart as well.
That's our next step. So after our message is a decoration. So if you've got some texters handy or some pencils, you might want to start to decorate. So Bandicoot's put a beautiful smiling face on hers and some googly eyes. But we'll wait for you. Don't worry, guys. So if you're a little bit ahead, if you want to start to decorate. But we'll wait for everyone. Oh, Ruby's up to decorating.
Decorating and typing at the same time, Ruby.
And Stella's giving you a great compliment, Bandicoot. She likes yours. She said that's amazing.
Oh, thanks, Stella.
Oh, Madison, how are you? Nice to see you. Oh, Miriam's up to decorating. Oh, look, Hannah, it's quite okay if you leave some little white spaces. It's up, you know, Mum or whoever you get it will love it however it comes because they know you've made it with love.
And if you're left-handed, sometimes it's really hard to use scissors. I think these are actually left-handed scissors because they belong to my daughter and she was left-handed. So that's why I'm so slow, because I'm right-handed using left-handed scissors.
Oh, maybe I should be a good guide and let Bandicoot use my scissors.
Oh, thanks. Oh.
They're a little bit
small for my Bandicoot.
Oh, don't worry that if you're a little bit slow. Oh, Lily. Hi, Lily. Lily's from my unit. She's another Double View Girl guide who loves working on badges. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you've done, Lily.
What badges might this be for? The hands badge?
Oh, a hands badge, yeah. I think you could write and let your leader know. And Kanga or Bandicoot are happy to let them know that you were here and did a great job. Don't worry, Ella, we know you're still working on it. We can wait. And Tessa's finished? Excellent. So we've got a little bit more to go, but that's okay. We'll just give everyone a couple more minutes because these paper hugs are going to someone special. Elizabeth's finished. Hannah's finished. We'll just give everyone a little bit of a couple more minutes. Oh no, sorry, Hannah's not quite finished. Miriam's done. Tracy's finished. Lily's finished with a lovely tick. Well done, Lily. No worries, you can still, and Eva from Oakford is still going. Laura's done. Oh, Bandicoot's got the crayons out now and she's really getting excited to colour in her paper hug. Oh, Tabitha, don't worry, we're all here. We can just keep going.
And there's lots of time to finish your decorating afterwards.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. We've had a bit more. So there's Bandicoot's. Yep, so if you want to, don't worry that, as Bandicoot said, we've got plenty of time when we've finished our meeting today. You can make it a lot more pretty. You can add a few more decorations. You might be able to find a few things around the house that you might like to stick on them. Okay, so we'll just move on slowly. Don't worry, guys, if you haven't finished. We've just got a couple of activities to do today, so we'll keep going along, but certainly plenty of time when we've finished online today to keep doing your paper hug. So the next part of the hug, so we've got, it's our hugs body that we've decorated, and then we've got these two little leftover hearts. Now these are the hands that are going to be able to make the hug. So the next part is that we have to make our hugs arms. So if you go back to the piece of paper that we sent you, you'll see on the very bottom that there's two strips with dotted lines. So if you could go back to the first piece of paper with your hearts, using those dotted lines along the bottom, if you could cut out two strips. Again, I've just cut mine out in yellow, just so it's a little bit easier for you to see. So if you grab your scissors and cut along those dotted lines, that's what we're going to use to make our hugs arms. So like we did with the hearts, we'll give you a couple of, oh, Elizabeth's already finished that bit, but we'll give you a little bit more time to just cut those two, so you end up with two strips, so we can make some arms for our paper heart. Well, goodness, girls, you're really zooming along. Oh, hi. Oh, Xanthi. Oh, hello, Xanthi. Again, Xanthi's from my unit. Don't forget to tell us what unit you're from, guys. We'd like to give you a big shout out and tell us where, so we know what units we've got online today. So we've got some from Doubleview. I think we've got some from Oakford. Anywhere else? Oh, Rossmoyne Shelley. Olivia's from Rossmoyne Shelley. Oh, and yes, and Hannah's from Belmont. Fremantle. Oh my goodness, you're all typing in so very quickly. Oh, Alice from Leaning. Great. Warnbrook. Oh goodness, you're going to get some stormy weather down your way, aren't you, a bit later? I hope it's not too far. Tessa's from Bayswater.
Hi,
oh,
Tessa.
We've got one from Joondalup. Goodness me. We've got everyone. Armadale's just popped up. Goodness, Southern River. Okay, so that was a little bit easier to cut out those two strips, girls. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our paper hugs arms. Now, what we need you to do is we're making almost like a fan. So you start at one end and we fold it over just a little bit, depending on how, and then we fold it back on ourselves. Then we fold it over again and then back on ourselves. Oh, Kanga's big fingers are getting in the way. Can everyone see that? So fold it and then back on itself. So we're making like a fan. So you'll end up with it looking a little bit like, if you can see that, guys. And we need you to do it all the way to the other end. So fold and then fold it back on itself. I think you guys may have done something like this at school, I hope. So then you end up with a nice little, almost like a concertina or a
zigzag.
Zigzag? Oh, that's a better word for it. Bandicoot, a zigzag.
It's kind of hard to show on the computer, but if you've made a fan before, it's the same.
Yeah, you might have made one at school or even at guides.
And it's okay if it's not, see, mine's a little bit wonky and it's got a longer bit at the end, but that's okay because I can use that to stick it on.
And then if you could do it with the second one, so you end up with two arms for our paper hug today. And the second one's always a little bit easier and you can often do that one a little bit quicker, but the same thing, fold it and then fold it on itself, making a fan, fold and then fold again. So we end up with two zigzag arms for our little paper heart, our paper hug. We'll just give everyone a couple more minutes. Oh, lots of people are telling me, lots of guides are telling me that they're done. Goodness, we are zooming through this, Bandicoot.
We are.
We're going to have lots of paper hugs ready for us at the end. Lots of guides are telling me that they're done. Olivia's got food on hers. Yummy. Thanks, Olivia. We're all a bit hungry.
That's like a double gift. Whoever you're giving it to.
So we'll give everyone maybe one or two, just quick, not quickly, but just to finish it off.
But if you're finding it a bit too fast, don't worry, because they're recording the whole thing and you can watch it on YouTube, and so you can stop the video at where you need to if you want to do it and it was a bit too fast for you.
And then you get to see Kanga and Bandicoot again. How cool will that be? We were just joking before we started, guides, that we thought we might like to go on Play School next. Kanga and Bandicoot on Play School. What do you think?
Or TikTok.
Or TikTok. Oh, no,
not
TikTok, Bandicoot. You know I can't dance. You know I can't dance. Okay, guys, so we've got our beautiful body that's decorated with our message on it. So now we're going to move on to our two little hearts, which will form our arms. So what we have to do, guides, is we have to take one end of our concertina zigzag and sticky tape it or glue it to the heart. Thank you, Bandicoot. And then we do the second one. Again, don't stress if you haven't. So there we go. We've got our arms attached to our little hearts. And then what we need to do is take our body and just connect the arms to the back. So not the lovely place that you've drawn and put your message, but on the back. Well, thank you, Bandicoot. It's great having a helper. And try and make the arms as even as you can, but again, it doesn't matter. So in the end, I think I've put mine on upside down. Goodness, I'll just have to fix this one.
Now, if you're using glue, it might be a little bit trickier, but that's okay. We can wait for people who are gluing. I've got some glue here as well.
We just used sticky tape today, so it was just a little bit easier to show you. So Kanga's fixed hers up. So that's our heart, our paper hug. And Bandicoot has been very busy, and she did a smaller one to bring in and show you. So that's the one that Bandicoot did earlier with her lovely big paper arms ready to give the person that you want to give it to a hug.
And that one was made from a cereal box.
Yep.
So you don't have to have nice paper. I just had a cereal box and I had some red paint left over from painting my egg carton poppy wreath on Anzac Day. So I was able to paint my heart.
So yeah, so just because we've used paper today, it does, as you know, a back of a cereal carton does just as well. Or if you've got, I mean, we made ours a little bigger today just so it was easier for you guys to see. But even if you've got some scrap paper at home, maybe some old wrapping paper that you like to keep, and you could make different colour ones, it's really, really up to you. Now you know the basics. You can make them as big as small. You could add some stickers if you've got anything left over. It's really up to you. So that's your paper hug that you might want to give to mum, or you might want to give to an aunt or someone else who you think deserves a bit of a hug in these little bit of uncertain times. So guys, I think we've done, I know that you would have done a great job. And as we've said, if you haven't been able to keep up with us today, You can go back a little bit later when you've got 5 minutes and ask mum or dad or a parent in your house if it's okay to go onto YouTube, and you can watch us do it again. It's not hard, guys. It's just a little bit of time. And on the Girl Guides blog, you can also get the template that we've used today. So there's your paper hug. And make sure that, yeah, you keep it in a safe place. Oh, I'm sure you didn't do it wrong, Bella. It's with all good guiding things, as long as you've had a go, that's all we ask. I'm sure it's not wrong. It's just a great little activity we thought you'd like to do this afternoon. So that's your paper hug. Oh, Bandicoot, what a lovely one. Yours are so much nicer. Mine's a bit plain. So maybe Bandicoot and I will swap now, and Bandicoot's going to take you through the next activity. So I'm just going to put myself on mute.
My tablet that I was using looks a bit like the dog's been chewing on it, so it's nice to use Kanga's fancy laptop that she's got here. So the next activity we're going to do is a certificate. Sometimes you might have done it at school where you made some vouchers for your mum or dad for things that you were going to do for them for Mother's Day or Father's Day or their birthday. So we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to put it in a certificate. So you might have heard the people use the word good turns. So a good turn is something that you do for another person without expecting anything in return. So if I got pocket money for doing the washing up, that's not really a good turn because I'm doing it so I get my pocket money, although I might also be doing it to be nice. But if without saying anything, I just tidied up my bedroom and didn't run out and tell my parents that I'd tidied up my bedroom or make a big fuss about it, I just did it because it was a nice thing to do, that would be a good turn. So there's things you can do outside the house, like picking up some rubbish and throwing it in the bin, or other sorts of good turns. And Girl Guides are asked to try and do a good turn every day. Sometimes I forget, but it's a really nice thing to do something for someone else. So we're going to think about things that we could do for your mum or someone else who's special to you if you can't do it for your mum. And we're going to make a good turn certificate. So in the information that Sasha sent out, it had a sheet of paper, and you might have a sheet of paper that looks like this, but that's okay if you don't. You can just use a blank sheet of paper and write on the top of it. You might like to write for Mother's Day, or you might like to write good turn. You might like to draw a design around the outside like this one has. And those are all things that you can do. We don't have to do them all now. But I think that what would be a good idea is if some people had some ideas for good turns that they could do, if they put them in the chat, and Kanga might be able to read them out. So these are some of the ideas that I had. I had make my bed, fold up the clean washing, do the washing up or unstack the dishwasher, vacuum or sweep the house, give someone a hug and say thank you for everything that they do for you, feed the pets, an afternoon of quiet time, a foot massage, a sleep in, maybe make mum a cup of tea or coffee with help from an adult or an older brother or sister. So have we got some ideas? You can see the sheet again, yes? Oh, you clean up your room every day and make mum's bed. That's a good one. What other ideas have we got? So that's the sheet of paper. It's just a sheet of paper that might say good turns at the top, or it might say for mum, or it might say Happy Mother's Day if you're just using a blank sheet. And then underneath that it says, because you deserve it, here is a whole week of special treats. And so I've written the numbers from 1 to 7 down the outside. And the idea is that you will do one of those things for the person that you're giving it to, one of those good turns every day. Zoe's saying I could do the washing. That's a good idea. I'm sure Mum would appreciate that. What's some other ideas that we've got? I said maybe letting Mum watch her favourite TV show without being interrupted. Make a hot chocolate.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one, Bandicoot.
Yeah,
hot chocolate, especially on a day like today.
I think if you combined the hot chocolate with letting me watch a TV show without being interrupted, that would just be about a perfect weekend.
The toy room tidy up would be a big one, I think, Bandicoot.
Yeah, making some food. Breakfast in bed. Now, you better check with your mum on that one, because some mums like breakfast in bed, and some prefer to eat their breakfast somewhere else where they don't end up with crumbs in their sheets. Just a word of warning. Depends on if your mum's a messy eater like me, or if you're giving her something crumbly. A sleep-in is a very good idea. Oh, someone said bye.
Yeah, make dinner to another meeting.
Okay.
So
make dinner, that's good, but with help from Dad, that's a really good idea. So I would like everyone, because we've got about 10 minutes left. So if you get a sheet of paper and write a heading on it, and then the numbers from 1 to 7, and hopefully you can think of 7 ideas of different things to do for Mum or for someone else special that you'd like to give it to over the week. So is everybody starting to work on that? And if you're super fast and you've come up with 7 ideas already, then that's an opportunity to spend some time decorating it beautifully for the person that you're giving it to. You might like to draw some flowers around the edges or colour it in, or you might like to draw a special picture. Feed the guinea pigs, that's a good one. Make brekkie, that's also a good one. I'm not sure what the no fair is about, but that might be a different conversation. So how are we going? Is everyone able to come up with some ideas, 7 ideas? It's really hard when you can't see people to tell how they're going with writing their good turn certificate.
Take the bin out.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Like that one. Because that's not a great job that everyone likes.
You could take a photo of yourself taking the bin out and ask for it to be put on the bin isolation page. That's a Facebook page that I think there's about 1 million people all over the world, and they take photos of themselves taking out the bin in fancy dress. And it started in Australia, but lots of people from all around the world have joined in, and it's been really nice to see how during this time when there's lots of sort of things in the world happening that are quite sad, that there's also lots of things happening that are quite lovely. I think it's amazing that we've got the opportunity to speak to all of you, because there's guides from like Joondalup down to Southern River, and I think we said Mandurah. It would be really hard to get that many guides together to do an activity. So I think this is really great opportunity, Guides Online. We might have to look at continuing some of these, Kanga, and see if we can kick off our media careers.
I know. I think I've never been to a guide meeting with 70 people, Bandicoot, so this is certainly a first for me.
That's right.
Yeah.
We could become Insta famous.
Don't you think? The Kanga and Bandicoot show? Been lots of great ideas coming through. Lots of feeding the animals, which is a great. Oh, now the chooks. We've had dogs, cats, guinea pigs, now chickens. So that's a great one.
Insta, yes, and I'm too old for Insta, Olivia.
Yeah. Oh, and now we're going to feed the rabbits. Lots of you got great animals out there.
Make a thank you card. That's a nice idea too. Or TikTok.
Oh, it's listed. Is it someone's birthday? Is that? Did I quickly read that? Oh.
Oh. I like the animals.
Yes, all the animals. I think Mum would like to. Oh, feed the dingo. Wow.
Who's got a pet dingo?
Oh, happy birthday. Oh, yes, Anthony, wash the dog. That's a great one.
Happy birthday.
Oh, goodness, that's a great present, isn't it? A little camera. Make thank you gifts. That's a nice one, Ella, because they would go for all year. And your birthday's on Mother's Day. Goodness, that was a very big Mother's Day present, wasn't it?
Oh, feed the quail. I feel like people are making up now. If anyone says feed the armadillo, I'll know that you're just having a joke with it. Now, I think that if you have finished your certificate, that's really good. And if you haven't finished, maybe it would be something that you can do at the end of the meeting, because it's probably getting a little bit dull for the people who are finished to watch Kanga and I sitting reading out things on a screen. You could watch the news and do that. Maybe I've got the glasses. I could be a newsreader, couldn't I?
And I can sit next to you, Bandicoot. Today's news is that Kanga and Bandicoot have done their first meeting.
And that's wonderful news. And we also have some good turns that have been done today. And in the weather, it is very windy outside and looks like it's going to be very rainy. And we don't have any sport to talk about because nothing's happening. So do we have something else that we could have a quick game in our 8 whole minutes that we have left, Kanga? Or were you going to read a book?
I was, but I'm not sure that we'd get it finished.
Oh, well, that's a bit tricky.
Yeah.
And what were the other games that you had? I Spy.
Yeah, we could have a, did you?
We'll swap back so that Kanga can, I'll go the long way around.
So I thought we could have a quick game of I Spy, guys. Now, I read this one on the internet, so I will start. And then if you want to type in your answers, and then the first one, and then the winner, I think, if you want to type in your letter. Oh, I haven't really thought about this very good, Bandicoot, but how about we just keep doing it and then we'll work it out as we go.
Or I can use my camera to show things around the room that you might be spying.
Okay, so are we ready, girls? So I'm going to start. I'm going to make it a bit tricky. Okay, so are you ready to put your answers in the chat on your speech bubble? Okay, I spy with my little eye something that might begin, or that does begin with the letter W. Now, just a hint, I'm at Guide House. So those that have been to Guide House, not a window, sorry, not a window. No, not a window. Not a wall, good thing, not a wall. So water, no, water cooler. Oh, these are great. Oh, Ren, I like that one. Wall poster, not quite. Not wind, that's a good one. So Bandicoot's walking around, so we're in Guide House. So for the walrus, you don't have many walruses at Guide. Whiteboard. Oh, I saw it. Someone who's got it. Who said whiteboard? Abigail. Well done, Abigail. Alrighty. C for cat, not chair. Chat, well, that's a good one. No. Ceiling, or cup, curtain, clock. Craft, cardboard. Oh my goodness, these are all great. Ceiling fan, wow. Cushion, no, not yet. Carpet, oh, someone, go back a few. Someone said carpet. Carpet was it. Okay, shall we do one more? Okay, I spy with my little eye something that begins with the letter B, and it's in Guide House. Book, blind, no. Badges, board, no. Book, it's in this room. Brush, oh no. Oh, Bandicoot, someone got it right, Bandicoot. Well done, girls. Kanga might have to think about that one a little bit more, but that was a bit fun. Well done, guys. Excellent job. So we've got a couple more minutes just to finish off our meeting today. And like we said at the beginning, we know that lots of units do different ways to close their meeting. So we'd like to just come together online just to finish off our meeting today. Thank you everyone for coming. We hope you enjoyed making your paper hug and learning about some good turns that you might want to do for someone special in your life. A big thank you to Bandicoot for helping me today. I think we were all a little bit nervous to start, but I think it's gone really, really quickly, and we hope that you have enjoyed your time with us, because we've really enjoyed at least seeing some different names. As I said, there's no way I would have ever been able to go to a guide meeting with 62 guides. So it's been an absolute great thrill for me this afternoon as well. So for our closing today, guys, we just thought that we would just take a minute and just to say our promise as a group, just so we remind ourselves how great it is to be a guide and what we do. And hopefully we'll all see you soon. So where you're sitting, if you want to just stand up and we'll say our promise and do our salute. 1, 2, 3. I promise that I will do my best
to be true to myself and develop
my beliefs, to serve my community and Australia, and to keep the Go laws. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being with us this afternoon, and we hope to see you all very soon. If you haven't finished, take some time to finish your paper hug, and we'll see you all soon.
Bye.
Bye from Kanga and Bandicoot.